Hi, I'm Jeffrey Schmidt of Jeffrey Schmidt Music. This is video number 6 in Audio Recording 101. And this one is entitled, What Does Sampling Rate Mean? So in the previous video, we spoke about this diagram where we are sampling our electrical analog signal once every millisecond. So we're sampling at 0, at 1 millisecond, at 2 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds, etc. So the question is, if we're sampling every millisecond, well, what is our sampling rate? Well, the formula for sampling rate is 1 over the sampling period. Here our sampling period is 1 millisecond because we're sampling the signal once every millisecond. And so I'll just go through the simple calculation here with you, which will allow you to calculate this sort of thing yourself if you want. So using our formula, 1 over 1 millisecond. Well, 1 millisecond is 0.001 seconds. So I just replaced it here in the denominator. And then we'll multiply the numerator and the denominator by 1,000 each, which gives us 1,000 over a second. But 1 over a second is the same as hertz, right? Because hertz is cycles per second. So this is just 1,000 hertz. And 1,000 hertz, said more simply, is 1 kilohertz. Because a kilohertz is the same as 1,000 hertz, right? This prefix K means that we multiply by 1,000, and this prefix here, milli, means that we divide by 1,000. Okay? So that's a simple calculation. If we sample our signal once every millisecond, well, that's the same as saying that we're sampling at 1 kilohertz. Okay? And you can also, of course, if you have the sampling period, calculate the sampling rate in the same way, meaning that sampling period is equal to 1 over sampling rate. And using this, you can figure out, for example, the standard audio sampling rate that has been used for many decades now is 44.1 kilohertz. Well, if you want to know what that means in terms of the sampling period, all you have to do is take 1 to calculate 1 over 4.1 kilohertz. I did it on a calculator just before, and it comes out to 22.7 microseconds, approximately. So this gives you a picture, if you never knew what sampling rate meant, this gives you a picture of what it's about and what your analog to digital converters, or A to D converters, are doing when you're recording your music. And of course, depending on the sampling rate, if you change the sampling rate, well, you're changing the sampling period, right? And if you're increasing your sampling rate, that means that you're decreasing the sampling period, which means that you're going to be recording more data. Right? So it's going to fill up your hard drive faster if you use a higher sampling rate.